Hi, everyone. I'm Dipti Borkar, and I'm the co founder and the chief product officer of Ahana. Thank you for joining us at PrestoCon today. In this session, I'll introduce you to Ahana, share a little bit about our open source roadmap for Presto, and demo Ahana Cloud for Presto, a fully integrated managed service that's built for AWS and that runs on Kubernetes. And I'm very excited to announce that it is available today. I've got only 5 minutes and a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Ahana is a self-service analytics startup for Presto. We're funded by Google and support the original Presto project, PrestoDB. The Ahana team is made up of Presto and database developers who have run Presto at pretty large scale at Uber, Walmart, and Alibaba. Most of us come from open source backgrounds and are extremely passionate about contributing back to the community. We are working on a range of projects to make Presto easier for the community. Some of these include better connector support. For example, we're adding CSV support for the format support for the Hive connector. We're looking at adding an iceberg connector as well, and improving security with open source Apache Ranger plugin. We're also looking at a range of caching strategies at different levels of abstraction. Now, the power of Presto is pretty fantastic, but it's still out of reach of many data engineers, data platform developers who may not have deep distributed systems backgrounds or knowledge of the Hadoop ecosystem or experience with open source projects. Some of the things that might be involved in managing Presto on your own include a lot of configuration, including adding catalog properties for data sources, restarts for many of those changes, as well as managing a metastore like a Hive metastore or Glue outside of Presto, and more. So that's why we built Ahana Cloud, the easiest Presto experience. Let's take a look at the service itself. The Ahana Cloud includes the Ahana SaaS console as well as the Ahana compute plane. The compute plane is orchestrated by the SaaS console in your own AWS VPC. So you can provide your account and pick a region, pick availability zones, and create the compute plane within your account. Now, once the compute plane is created, you are ready to create Presto clusters. Here you see that I already have a few Presto clusters up and running. Some are active, some are in the stop state. And if you want to add a data source to these clusters, it's very easy to do that. You could go in and add a data source across the ones provided, add in the credentials, and add it to the cluster. They can be mixed and matched across different clusters. One of the other things we heard from users is that they wanted to use Presto as a cloud data warehouse. And so with Ahana Cloud, we've really simplified it. With every cluster, you get a pre-integrated Hive metastore that's managed for you. You have an S3 bucket that is pre-integrated as well. And in addition to that, there is an Apache superset as a BI sandbox that you could use to query your clusters. And that's all deployed within your VPC. One of the other really helpful features is the query logging capability. We saw that every user needed this, and they were rolling out their own. And so what we did is we added the query logging capability where you have the query log pre-attached to your clusters, to each and every cluster. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So when you connect to a cluster, you see that we have the Ahana managed Hive metastore that's pre-attached, and we also have the query log that you could use. So here you see that it has a query log table that's pre-attached within the RDS database. We can go ahead and select some data from it. You'll see that there are some that are run by Superset, some queries, some that are run by me. So there you have it. Ahana Cloud is easy to set up and manage Presto. You can zero to Presto in 30 minutes, including setting up compute plane in your own cloud account. It comes fully integrated and gives you an open cloud data warehouse with a pre-built catalog that's managed for you, built-in integration with S3, as well as a BI sandbox. And lastly, it's cloud native. It runs on Amazon EKS for high scalability, availability, and manageability. Thank you very much. To learn more, do visit ahana.io and stop by the booth for some fun prizes.